This podcast does not contain any financial advice either from the podcast owners or its guests. We are, however, smooth-brained apes who just love the stock.
Welcome to the Great Escape. Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hiya. You okay?
It really has been a while.
It's been a long time.
It's been 4 weeks.
It's the longest I've had off anything, that.
I had death threats from our listeners.
Yeah. So deserved.
Not to come back.
Yeah. Thursday nights are nice and peaceful now, but we're not on a Thursday night, we're on a Saturday night. So Until next time, He-Man. And so it starts again.
You're right.
I'm all right.
Good. What have you been up to? What have you been for the last 4 weeks?
Right. I've got nothing exciting, not like you globe hopping freak. I've been working 12-hour days and decorating my house. That's it. That's literally it.
And your internet going down, so we couldn't do last week.
Oh, God, that was annoying.
That was annoying.
Yeah. Basically, I left it. I didn't even ring anyone because I was that angry. I was shouting at someone down the phone. Went to the caravan for a weekend. Turned everything off. Went on holiday for a weekend. Came back, and it seemed to work. So I was appeased by that. I found solace in the fact that it was up and running, and then it started going off every night at about 8:15. Internet drops out for about 5 minutes and then comes back on.
8:15.
8:15 on the dot. Every night. I don't know.
I that sounds dodgy to me.
Sounds dodgy to me. It's quite annoying.
Something a bit weird going on there, methinks.
Yeah, between 8:10 and 8:25 is when I watch my porn. That's my porn time. Porn time.
Maybe it's Emma. Maybe she's just disconnecting you.
My porn. That's a bit of a double ender, that. Ooh. Booker is in the comments. And do you know what? Do you know what day it is? It's the beautiful Booker's birthday.
I thought it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday? I saw it on Twitter today.
Oh, anyway, right. I saw
happy birthday or happy belated birthday, or,
Yes.
It's around this time.
Happy birthday, Booker.
And Steve's on.
Welcome back. Steve's on as well.
Wow, it's kicking off.
Well, it is.
On it.
It is. So we're on Saturday. So we're not on a Thursday for a change. We thought we couldn't do Thursday, so we thought we'll give Saturday a go. Mm-hmm. And we thought we might get a few more people joining the chat and joining in with us on Twitter or on YouTube or on Facebook. Getting drunk. I'm on whiskey. I'm keeping it real this week. I'm on whiskey. You got any whiskey?
Yes, mate. Of course. Dude, says the person who was drinking water for the last couple of podcasts. And
I was drinking beer.
Well, whatever. You're drinking that candy floss crap. But yes, I've got whiskey.
What have you got? What's that? What is it?
It's Jim. Bit of Jim Beam.
Bit of Jim.
Yeah, I forgot to get any decent stuff, so I was just in the supermarket before I picked the bottle out.
Oh, we got a little bit of Jim later.
Jim.
As part of the podcast, we got a little bit of Jim, a little bit of Jimmy Chill.
Jimmy
Chill. Yeah, and
Jim Davidson.
Some guy called Victor dialing in. So he'll be
legend, new hero,
exactly.
Boom.
Yeah, we'll go through that. That's one of our 5 in 5. Right, I think we just jump straight in and get on with it. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, should just do it.
I don't know.
I feel a little bit out of sorts because we've done this for 4 weeks. I was thinking about it earlier, thinking if I've done it for 4 weeks, it's going to be really rusty, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. And then I looked at everything we've missed over the last 4 weeks, and we're like, God, this podcast could be like 8 hours long. Which it isn't, by the way. Podcast, we're not doing an hour. We're going to do an hour, not an 8-hour podcast. So so we just need to sort of get on with it, really, because there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, I've been pretty quiet Twitter-wise. I've been not watching much, not looking at much, keeping abreast of one or two things, but
Same. I mean, I've been.
What the fuck went on with the ape thing?
Oh, well, we'll talk about that in a bit. We'll talk about the ape stuff in a bit because it's bizarre.
It's bonkers. It's just ludicrously, shittily, fraudulently fucked.
They just don't care anymore. It's the same with GME. GME, what the ape thing has just gone. It's just, Mowas wasn't going to come from ape. It was it was just going to expose the amount of corruption and fraud that's currently around AMC and all the other meme stocks. So
this is the longest streak of red days that GME has had in its history.
Yeah,
red days. I think was it 2004? When did GME first float? Anyway,
God knows.
It first floated. This is the longest streak of red days it's ever had.
It's all bullshit.
Total.
The price is wrong, everybody. The price is wrong. Right. On that note, should we get stuck in? Where do you want to go? Do you want to start here? Do you want to start with AMC? Or do you want to start with GME? Or do you want to do 5 and 5? What do you want to do?
We're talking about.
I should probably explain what all this is about, right?
Oh, look at you! After your American road trip, you come back with baseball jersey, all US'd up. Look at
I've come back with all the merch and everything. Yeah, it's hey. I was going to come and talk in an American accent, but I'm not very good at doing accents. So I was in.
Try.
No.
It was an American accent.
All our American listeners will just leave instantly. So no, I'm not going to do that. I was in California for 3 and a bit weeks. Started at San Fran. Went down to San Jose, saw some friends in San Jose. Went over to Monterey, saw some blue whales. Like proper blue whales in the ocean, which was great.
Like not stock whales, not like usual whales, but blue whales.
Blue whales, yeah.
Okay.
And then
that's the tiger usual whales.
And then down to where did we go? Solvang, and then over to Santa Barbara. Then we did a few days in LA. And then we went on a cruise ship and cruised to Mexico and come back. And then we went to San Diego, and where I saw these guys play. Saw the Padres play. So I am now.
A lot of places beginning with San.
It's California. Everywhere in California's got a San in front of it. So yeah. So I went and saw the Padres play, which I flipping enjoyed. This is the second baseball game I went and saw, and it was fun. The first one I saw was terrible. This one was really good. They won 2-1, but it was a really close game. It was like everyone was like, you couldn't take your eyes off it, because if you took your eyes off it, you'd miss something that would win the match basically. So anyway,
that's baseball. It's like cricket over here. Like some games are brill, other games are just nothing happens, and it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, enough about what I've been doing. Let's crack on with the podcast.
Well, as soon as we start with ape, let's do AMC.
AMC first, right? Cool.
Let's do it. Decision made. Pen thrown to the desk in a fit of not rage, but
a fit of not rage,
decisiveness.
Well, I'm gonna start it with this then.
Go on then. It's crime and lies. Crime and lies. It ain't no thing. Can it lies? It's crime and lies. Crime and lies. It's crime and lies. Can it lies? Crime and lies. Crime and lies.
Because in a nutshell, that's all this is.
You said it before. They've stopped caring now. It's like, let's fuck this shit up.
They just don't care. It's like, I tweeted this the other day. It's like, is it just me, or are they just like now not bothering hiding anything ever anymore? They're just like gone full fucking bonsai.
Yeah.
Right. Let's just crank it up to 11 and get on with the corruption.
They've gone full retard.
They have gone.
Nobody goes full retard, but they've gone just full retard.
They've gone full retard.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so we're all going to go to jail in the long run at some point, or at least 5 to 10 million apes are going to come battering through our doors and gang bum us. But fuck it, let's just screw it. Let's fuck them up as much as we can before that happens. There's a gang bumming of Ken Griffin. This podcast does not condone gang bumming of anybody.
Well, maybe Ken Griffin, allegedly. Anyway. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? That would definitely make the SEC watch it, because it'd be on Pornhub, right?
Yeah. SEC bet. Yeah, nothing to say here. It's all good.
There is now. Quick.
Yeah. What would the UK be without a bit of buggery? Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, sodomy for the masses. Let's do it.
Exactly. Anyway, AMC, cool blimey.
Core blimey, governor.
Cool blimey, governor.
We've got really British to core blimey, governor.
Down the apples and pears.
Hear me whistling fluting over there. We go down the Battle Cruiser for a quick pint.
Mary Poppins. Right. Anyway, I don't even know where to start with it because I think because we're 4 weeks behind, there's so much bullshit that's happened, especially over the last 2 weeks. And as Sam mentioned earlier, the price has come crashing down from it was $9. It got to $9 ish.
Yeah.
Am I talking out my ass here? No, about $9, wasn't it?
It got yeah.
Down to $4 and a bit. I mean, it's ridiculous. So they have just cranked up the algos, and the algos are just going absolutely bonkers. And it's everywhere. The amount of evidence that we've got, and the reason they had to do it is because there wasn't enough stock distributed because the stock is overshorted. So
yeah,
they had to make.
The first time I've heard that, Carl.
Is it?
Yeah, I've not heard that before. A bit short, are we?
96 million shares that were bought. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, thank you.
Fucking bonkers. When you text me, went, "Oh, have you got any ape?" Like, yeah, mine's up 75,000%. I was like, "What's am I like? What the fuck is going on here?" There's something a little bit. What?
Yeah, yeah. I've got my account's gone. My account's gone up 21 cents, and then the next day it was up.
Yeah,
like uber amounts of money. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, see what I did there. There isn't enough shares, right? So this has been proven. There wasn't enough shares. So what the hedge funds had to do is they had to make you sell your shares. And so it was like, okay, I'm not gonna sell my shares. And then the next minute, this happened. I'm seeing Harry Potter now. We started AMC, didn't we? It's all the way at the bottom. AMC is at the bottom of my list.
Come on, get to the bottom. Get to the bottom, Cole.
Here we go. AMC dividend. Here we go. Hang on.
Come on, Cole. Technical dude.
I had
technical issues last week.
I'm there. I just need to find the bit. This bit here. This is the one. So.
Dead air, Cole. Dead air.
That one. It's not dead air. Look. It's not dead air.
Yeah.
Was this. So the whole thing is you've got your ape, don't sell your ape. Don't sell your ape because they can't make these ape shares. They can't magically just create them out from nowhere. If you keep all of them, they can't do anything about it. Next minute, basically all of the YouTube apes, all the ones that have made money out of the community and everything else for the last 18 months, decided that selling ape was a good thing and went and sold all their ape, which basically allowed the hedge funds and everything to buy those and then give them back to the brokerages to then hand out back to the apes. So it looks like the stock was there and it wasn't there. So it's basically all these are just recycled stocks that have just gone, I'll sell you a stock, I'll buy that stock and give it back to a broker. A brokerage will actually buying these stocks. And then
I'll turn that stock into like 9,000 per one.
Well, that's happened as well.
Synthetic the shit out of them.
That's happened as well. So 89% of ape went through dark pools yesterday.
I'm past being annoyed by it. It's just hilarious now. Like, we used to get angry in the first few podcasts. It's like, how did they get away with this? It's like,
it's rubbish.
Yeah.
Gary Gensler, you're an arsehole. Do you know what? I was thinking about this yesterday. This reminds me of a conversation we've had in this podcast.
Let's gang bum Gary as well. Come on. Woo-hoo!
Let's all form a conga. Now, I'm not angry with the hedge funds. I'm not. We've had this conversation before. If there are rules to be broken and you break them and you get away with them, what are you going to do?
Break them motherfucking rules.
You're going to break them motherfucking rules, aren't you? And it's back to that conversation we were having earlier about the that hedge fund that got fined
Yeah.
How much did they get fined?
125 grand, was it?
125 grand.
For illegal naked short selling. So it's not a fallacy. It's not a conspiracy. It's true. And someone's been proven to do it and fined for it. Very quietly kept, wasn't it? Oh, good. That was a nice pop.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. So it's out there. It's happening. And people are being fined for it. But if they've made... there you go. Diamond Hands, 125k, 3 years of naked short selling. So for 3 years, how much money did they make in those 3 years? I bet it was billions upon billions upon billions. 125k it's a fart in a hurricane. It's nothing. You know what I mean? It's nothing.
It is. It's absolutely nothing. So these guys are getting away with it. So what'd you do?
You keep doing it.
You pay your little tickly fines. Oh, it's not even a slap on the wrist, is it? It's a, what did you say earlier?
It's a fart in a hurricane.
No, what was the other analogy you used earlier?
Oh, I can't remember. I use them so often.
It's like the SEC giving them a hand job, I think is what you said.
Yeah, it wasn't a slap on the wrist. Yeah, it was more like strokage of friendly areas.
Appendages. Anyway.
We've got very sexual tonight.
We have, haven't we? Down. It's because I've not seen you for 4 weeks, you see. It's always pent up sexual frustration I've got.
Yeah. See, I nearly squirted then as well, Carl. Nearly spat your belly everywhere.
Oh, dear.
And over the jeans tuggy.
It's exactly that.
It's like being 14 again.
Oh, it is. It is. I think. Can't remember.
I can. Anyway.
Yeah. So there's lots of love for the YouTubers not over the last few weeks. R.I.P. So this is from Shill Hunter, Pos at Booty Hunter 80. R.I.P. YouTube influencers. May see you again in another life. And they're all the usual suspects that have been making money from the community that have gone and told you to sell ape and allowed the hedge funds to get back in the game again. Congratulations, guys. Well done.
I wonder what the collective noun is for YouTube influencers of this nature. I think we should call them a thrush of YouTubers because they're all irritating cunts. How's it?
Write it down. Don't forget that one.
Okay, irritating cunts.
There you go. And they were called out very early by Spence Froggy Stonks at TS Spencer 322. Brokers and hedge funds need to sell ape because there's not enough to go around. That's very obvious. Makes the YouTuber sell ape push extremely sus. More than sus, it was very, very sus. There you go. So any of these YouTubers that have said, "Oh, you need to sell your ape," just say goodbye, unsubscribe, and live a better life. There you go.
Did you take note and sell any ape?
I bought more ape because I am a crayon eating retard. I bought more ape. I bought on the first day. I bought quite a lot more ape actually.
Okay, I chugged along with the stuff I had.
Well, I needed
to sell any, so that's
what I needed to take it out of the hands of the hedge funds. You see, so I thought if I've got them, they can't have them unless because they weren't synthetic at that stage. They were actually real stocks. So
I haven't got it. It isn't in my pocket.
It's a whole. Oh, it's behind your ear. Whee! It's behind your ear.
One again.
Oh, now I've got 10.
Yeah. Where did all these come from?
those foam balls.
Or the handkerchiefs.
Oh dear. All right. Okay. Sorry. What was this? I must have missed this one. Do you know what? I'm gonna hang on. Do you know rather than me trying to get it from the chat, let me just put the link up.
The link on.
I'm gonna put the link on.
Yeah. Come on, have a chat.
Come on down. The price is right.
It's not. The price is wrong, Col. You know that.
You're not wrong. The price is wrong.
The price is wrong. Come on down. The price is bollocks.
Just going to put this in Twitter.
Someone, Salvatore, come on, or Joey, you can do a little video for that. Come on, the price is right. Come on down. The price is wrong, and you can have them guessing DME shares. It'd work. If I had any skills on a computer, I'd do it myself, but I wouldn't.
There you go. Right, the link is out there. Oh, way up. Hey, he's joined us. Hang on. I like that. When he. Oh, hang on. He's not coming on camera.
No.
Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
Hey, you can explain this one now to us.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm here.
Have you got a camera? Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
All right. So, no, I don't have a camera. Meet Kevin put out his video.
Yep.
And he was all sell ape.
Uh-huh.
If you turn YouTube down, you can hear us live rather than that slight delay. That delay is really annoying.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
There you go.
Better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah.
Can you hear us now?
You got us live rather than delayed.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, Meet Kevin puts out the video saying to sell ape. Wrench comes out with a reply about how he respects Meet Kevin's opinion, and he sees where Meet Kevin is has this idea, but he disagrees with it, and he's saying, don't sell your ape.
Okay.
As his response to Meet Kevin, because he was, I guess he's trying to capitalize on all the viewers going in. Whatever the hell YouTubers do.
Yes,
it's
true.
Nobody knows.
So, right then, literally almost 24 hours later, he comes out with another video explaining why he just sold all his ape.
Okay.
So, in the span of 24 hours, he's gone from telling you should hold your ape and that, Meet Kevin isn't necessarily correct in the viewing of what he's saying, to saying, the next day, sell your ape. And granted, people are allowed to change their minds. Right?
But it all depends on how much money someone's been paid to change their mind, doesn't it?
But if you're a YouTube influencer, I'm not even going to speculate whether he was paid or not. It doesn't matter to me. All right? But if you're a YouTube influencer and you're essentially putting out Jim Cramer level of advice, buy, sell, you're not doing a service to the community.
No.
And, what have we seen here? We've seen the fact that, well, ape is essentially oversold. There just aren't enough shares.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, and considerably. And there was, in fact, let me
703 million or something. It was short by. I think it was something like that.
703 million. Let me find the list of. There's a list. So Matty Ape at RBI Triple was doing a daily update of like a poll of who's not received their ape stocks yet, and it's still going. And there was a I'll put it on the screen. There was a list that was sent out by Bender's AMC stub at Hold It to Them on. Hold It to Them on. Hold It to the Moon. Sorry, Hold It to the Moon. Sorry, Hold It to the Moon. Ah, Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, and if you go onto his Twitter, there's a long list of brokers that haven't given out the stocks yet, or the ones that gave them out, but they were like 10 days late or 7 days late, or basically, not even T+2, T+10, T+ not delivered yet.
That's the number I saw before. The 703 was shares still outstanding. And this was a couple of weeks ago, but that's a freaking lot still of people waiting for their apes.
Well, I think there's a lot of confusion around the shares outstanding and how individual brokers are calculating it, which, again, we have a lot of, people who tend to jump the gun on Twitter. They see a piece of information and they're like, aha! Now, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the 703 million,
Mhm.
and then a couple days later, it was down to 10 million shares outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So again, I think this comes back to what happened here. People sold, brokerages bought, they handed out the stocks back. So these are recycled stocks, basically. These are stocks that have been used. You don't know how they were then naked shorted. You don't know whether they were then synthetically, made to reproduce. And then the next minute you've got 10 of them coming out the back of your head. After that, it was a free for all, and we've seen this free for all because we've had 10 days of red on APE and AMC. So it's all got out of control. But what it has done is it's completely exposed everything. But the hedge funds had no. I mean, I think we talked about this on Twitter. They had nowhere to go. They got nothing to lose because no one's holding their feet to the fire on this. And at the same time, if they don't do this, they're going to get annihilated in the market. So they had to do something. So they've just committed crime and lies. That's what they've done. Like, there you go. We don't care anymore. Yeah.
I think the bigger issue is that if you actually look at the volumes on the 22nd and the 23rd, and then you look at the filing that was put forth by Millennium and Millennium Group and ICS Management, and I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, but I believe it's Israel Isikander, who's a hedge fund.
Yeah. Any mispronunciation, you're welcome on the podcast because we absolutely annihilate people's names. So as you well know.
They bought those 96 million. If you look at the time frame from when APE had to go on to the threshold list, to the times that it was purchased, there is at least a very good chance that there's at least 96 million shares that are on that threshold list already. We won't know that until the 15th when the FTD data comes out from the SEC. The SEC already knows this, right? Because they get the data on a daily basis. They just they gatekeep it so that retail doesn't, I don't know, trip and fall down the stairs over it or some bullshit.
Well, unfortunately, they laid their own little landmines. And remember when they repeated January's data in February and March? They gave the same FTD data for GME and AMC twice in a row from January. Yeah.
At this point, the only thing you can be sure of is that most people in the stock market are they're committing crimes. There's forgeries, there's fuck-ups, there's nonsense. That's the only thing we can be fully positive of at the moment.
And this whole thing was meant to shine a spotlight on this, right? And which it has done. And the apes have, AMC, with Adam Aron and the apes have allowed that to happen. But they've done it themselves. The hedge funds have shone a big light on it as well. Like, look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. Look at this. It's a right mess, isn't it? Hey, great. And they don't care because they're not being held accountable.
No, and it gets to the point like how big that spotlight is. Yeah, all the apes know it. We see it, and anybody we're talking to, knows it, sees it. But if the rest of the world doesn't bother with it, and all the people who regulate it aren't bothered with it, then who's going to change anything? It needs to be so bright that everybody has to take notice, not just us and, our movement on Twitter and various websites and whatnot on the internet. Everybody needs to see it. And at the moment, not everybody is.
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, the media, such that it is in the North American sphere, has done, this fabulous job of trying to tell you how evil meme stocks are. Yeah. And, because if you look a couple months ago, they were saying, "Oh, retail has obviously sold all their shares and they're out," and then like a month later, they're saying those stubborn retail investors just won't sell.
Yeah,
they're destroying our markets until those retail investors sell. This market will continue to be a bear market rather than a bull market. They all need to sell so we can recover our prices. Go and blame
Those
the meme
cheeky
suckers.
retails, those memers, they're pinching your pensions.
Yeah.
Piss Jakes. Fuck off. Come on.
Indeed. So apparently there's still over 1 million apes that haven't received their ape stocks yet. So which is unbelievable. When was the dividend given? 2 and a bit weeks ago?
August 22nd. So just under 10 days?
God, it feels so much longer than that.
And it does feel more, and over 1 million apes still don't have their ape stock, which is, well, crazy and ridiculous. But there you go. And then we've got other things. So this is from Daddy Junior too. So this was the at Nate Daddy. Hi Nate. This was interesting. That just before the dividend was issued and before the split, the BlackRock apparently had asked the SEC to halt AMC. This is like 2 days before the split, and that was there was officially on record, and it was someone had captured it, and then it was removed from public record. So the SEC had removed it from public record. So the request to halt AMC by BlackRock was officially removed as well. So, but somebody captured the screenshot of the request going into the SEC from BlackRock. So you can see, even before the dividend, even before Ape existed, there was shithousery happening before that to slow it down and to take some of the heat out of what Ape was going to achieve, which was ridiculous. There you go. There you go.
Fuckers.
Indeed.
Wow. I gotta say, you guys all sound like a bunch of conspiracy theorists.
Oh, well, we are. We are. No one should listen to us whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's ridiculous at this point.
It is. And at this point, it sounds even more far-fetched than it did when it all started this. It's like, where's all our tinfoil hats? You know, it's fucking bonkers.
At the end of the day, if anyone tries to make a movie of this, and they actually are, that just came out in the media a little while ago.
Yeah.
But, presenting this to any sort of movie executive, it's so implausible and so ridiculous.
We've said this. We've said this. Yeah.
There's no way in real life this could happen.
No.
We've said exactly the same thing. If you went with a script.
It's a Coen Brothers movie, this, all day long. It's just that quirky. Get Coen Brothers and Tim Burton all together, and that's it. It's just crazy, wacky, fun.
And so, just to sort of circle this square a little bit, I mean, this happened as well. Let me know if you can hear this. You can hear the sound or not.
It's okay. I know what she says.
Chris and you, I think, are in the camp that you weren't fooled by that summer rally in terms of a new bull. Do you think it's a rally within a bear market?
We thought it was a bear market rally. You look at what really was driving that rally. There were a couple of different things, right? So the first was a lot of short covering. And when you look, there was that concept of,
I'm sorry, but I've been told we've got to go immediately. We've got some issues. Thank you. Squawk on the Street's going to be getting straight ahead. Thank you, Chris, and we'll have you back.
I think her face said it all. Yeah, we've got some issues. Some issues. That's right. We've got issues. Yeah, you've all got issues.
Immediately, someone's brought some donuts in over here. Wicked.
Naked shorts. Yeah.
Naked shorts. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, Melissa.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, playing again.
What are you doing?
So I'm just playing stuff in the background. And then all this sort of happens. This whole conspiracy theory. There's nothing going on here at all. You're all conspiracy theory nut jobs, which is what they said in February 2021 when we were all like, Ken Griffin lied and they're taking the buy button away, and it was all, there was a collusion around the buy button taken away, and it was this. Next minute, DTCC, FINRA, SEC, Citadel, Robin Hood and Weeble and all the other idiots
Yep.
that all the other ones that did it as well. Now, yeah, they're all, we're all conspiracy theorists. And then
Yeah.
it comes out actually that it did happen.
Yeah.
And then next minute it's like, oh yeah, because Squawk Box came on 2 days later and said, oh yeah, the meme stock conspiracy theorists have gone, oh right, we did this on purpose and we stopped the interview because we were going to talk about. Yeah, you did. I mean, look at the guy's face. He was clearly like someone in his ear went, stop her now, come up with something quick. We got some technical issues.
We have to immediately.
What technical issues? It was working fine. So anyway, there you go.
Even when the film does come out about this whole saga, even that little bit would be hard to believe. Live news, or whether it was quite, I don't know, but a news segment where they're meant to be reporting all this. No, we're not listening to you. We need to cut away straight away. It's like, okay, great, thanks for that.
Indeed.
And to follow that up, the next day we are going to do a 10-minute segment on national TV about why this is all a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah. And then join us Friday, 9:00 EST for Meme Stocks Are Bad. Okay.
What was the Shakespeare quote? Thou dost
protest
too much. Thou dost protest too much.
I think Shakespeare's famous quote was YouTube influencers are cunts. he did say that in one of his plays.
He was forward thinking, that Shakespeare guy.
I do believe that was actually in the third act of Macbeth.
Yeah, I think it's very quick, and you meant to say it very staccato the way it's pronounced and everything. But yeah, it's easy to miss. But yeah, it's definitely there.
Yeah, it's definitely there. Yeah. If not, it needs to be amended, so it is there.
Anyway, cunts, YouTubers.
We could talk about Ape and AMC until the cows come home, and I'm sure we will do over the next few weeks because it will continue to be a shit show for the next 3 or 4 weeks. But my advice here, and I'm not a financial advisor, and there's a disclaimer at the beginning of this podcast that says I'm not a financial advisor and you shouldn't listen to me. But don't sell your stocks, don't sell your Ape stocks, don't sell your AMC stocks. Just hold on to them because they're going to make you a lot of money at some stage.
This whole game is fucking hodl. Just fucking buy it.
And we're on YouTube, and like in everything, like the whole universe, there's a yin and yang to the universe, and we are the yin to their yang. There you go.
Yeah. Well, our YouTube personalities are cunts, but our Twitter personalities are not.
They're not exactly.
It's like
exactly that.
Hyde. As soon as we go on Twitter on YouTube, it's like
AMC and Ape done for the time being, but this saga will obviously continue for the next few weeks, I'm going to suggest. So we are going to go to...
Q, what have you got? Have you got anything you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, good point.
I mean, mostly I've just been focused on what's been happening with Ape this week. So, I mean, I'm also, there's obviously GME that's going on and everything that's surrounded that, whether it be Ryan Cohen selling out of BBBY.
Yep.
So I've got BBBY as one of our 5 in 5, but let's very quickly talk about GME because actually we haven't talked about this in the podcast because the last time we spoke, I think it was probably 5 weeks ago, the GME dividend came through. So we haven't really spoken about the GME dividend either. And I think we all know what happened here. The DTCC committed international stock
securities fraud. Yeah, they're cheeky bastards.
Unbelievable. And stole the stocks that GME give them. So they gave them the stock to distribute, and those stocks never made it because most of these brokerages just did a split. They didn't do a dividend split, they just did a split. And there you go. And so the DTCC have got hold of how many stocks was it? 60 million stock, 56 million stock, 65 million stock, whatever it was. So where are those stocks gone now? They've probably been given to the hedge funds to say, get rid of your synthetics, use these instead moments. I mean,
probably use them to short the shit out of us again.
All short. They'll double down. Basically, they'll double down on what they've got and carry on knocking the price down. What's your view on that, Quinton?
There's a lot of things that are hinky that go on with the DTCC, and whether or not they gave them to the shorts is a different matter entirely. Whereas I would be looking at the larger players, maybe BlackRock, Vanguard, as so that they are protected in their positions, rather than because there's any number of companies that are shorting GME. I don't think they really care about those smaller players.
No. But the thing is, I mean, it's the house of cards effect, isn't it? If you get 4 or 5 of these smaller players disappearing, the price then has to go up because, obviously you have to cover the shorts. Then that's going to make life for everyone else a lot more difficult at the same time. So they have, in a way, even though they don't like each other, they have to sort of protect each other because if one goes, they all go.
Do you think that maybe all these stocks that the DTC were given have gone to, like BlackRock and the big boys, and then with all these stocks in hand, this is why they're doing the ETF short things that they're proposing now? Get rid of all their shit off their books whilst holding all these longs, and as soon as they've sold enough of the crap in ETFs, that's when they can let it run and they'll be all right. Basically, very similar to what they did in 2008 with the CDOs and MBSs.
Well, I don't think that's quite correct, because what we know about the RexShares inverse ETFs, and I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
is that the way they get those shorts is actually through derivatives, because they're taking swap contracts. So
okay.
What ends up happening is the short hedge fund has 1,000 shorts of GME, and so the ETF goes to them and says, hey, we'll give you $100 for those 1,000 shorts as a fee. You give us the shorts. If it goes down more, we win. If it goes up, we'll pay you some money.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they're using it necessarily to close any positions. I think they may be simply using it as a potential backstop, because I think they want to offload the short positions to the ETFs.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning, to get offload them.
Sell those ETFs just like like 2008. Sell those ETFs into teachers' pensions, firefighters' pensions, unions, all of that, and they'll keep the stock for themselves.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Yeah, because it would be a great thing to say, oh, look, this ETF, it's a great hedge against the bear market and market decline and everything. You'll make money off this, and like you say, sell it into, it'll be pension funds and all the little guys again who get screwed.
Yep.
Very much so.
Yeah, exactly that. And it was one of those moments where you think, wow, DTCC. I mean, did they not realize that we would find this out? Did they not know that these stocks that you were given by GME? And then the other question to this is, what the hell are GME doing about this? Because they're not just going to sit there and say, oh yeah, okay, we gave them to DTCC and we just believe they would just give them out to various people. They know that they're overshorted. So what are they doing about it? I mean, obviously they can't tell us publicly what they're doing about it.
Was it not a 90-day wait that they had to do? So I can't remember. Excuse me.
There is some confusion over the T90 rule.
Yeah.
And whether or not it actually applies. Now, there's people saying it doesn't apply to AMC, and I was unsure of that. And I said, even in my arguments saying that I think it might, I said I was willing to be wrong. So, we aren't going to know until that 90 days is up. But
exactly,
as it goes towards GME, there is potentially more supporting evidence to say that could be, that could have an effect. I think part of the issue a lot of apes have is, well, first of all, aside from being, smooth-brained and sometimes retarded,
very retarded,
is they don't have patience to understand how long these things can sort of take to work through to
absolutely.
get through, because we're in that instant gratification society. You call someone up, you order something, it's delivered to your house within an hour or the next day.
Yep.
And that's very, very hard for people to deal with. So, I mean, I think Adam Aron has given a lot of public clues as to what he's been what he's doing. Whereas Ryan Cohen has always been much more fey about how he likes to communicate to his shareholders, particularly emojis.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. He's keeping it all under wraps, which is, I guess, the right thing to do. That's, stay silent and show by action.
Well, he's not allowed to. He's not allowed to. He can't give any financial information, and he did keep saying, on all of his posts and the shareholder earnings calls, that he can only talk to the stocks, the official stocks. He can't talk about the shorts or the potential of shorts. He's just not allowed to do that. He'll go to prison for it. So yeah, he has to do what his financial officers tell him, and actually what the SEC tell him as well. He has to follow what the SEC wants him to do as
Very
well.
much
And,
so.
like every fucker else does.
but yeah, and that's it. I mean, the SEC are in bed with the other team,
Well,
so what do you do?
Yeah.
rules for thee, but not for me.
Indeed.
Exactly.
You might get fined a couple of million rather than the 125k that everyone else seems to get done.
I think the thing that tends to be forgotten is, I mean, first we've got the GME quarterly report coming up.
Yeah.
But one of the things people tend to forget is that in each of the two subsequent, the two last ones, I believe, at least the last two ones, they have had a subsection in the report saying, oh, by the way, we are cooperating with the SEC. We have had to turn over documents, et cetera, et cetera. And so I'd be very interested to see on this, this report, whether or not that's still included.
I mean, GME had those exact words you've just said there in their May 21 filing when Ryan Cohen became chair. They were words that were included during that call as well. So they've either been told to say that, or they've gone, obviously put legal words in there that says we are cooperating with the SEC on something, but they couldn't tell us what, and nor should they.
It's been in there a few times, yeah, because they did it when they did the 5 million share release as well, didn't they? It was also in that when they said we're cooperating with the SEC.
Yeah. Anyway, DTCC, they've done something. It was brought to our attention by lots of people, but I saw it via Ben Werman. Hi, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
There was a Reddit post entitled "We having fun yet?" ? That went into what had happened, and that post is still there and is still quite big. People are still contributing to that post. So if you want to go away and read what the theory is behind what happened, it's all there, and it's very interesting, and it's a lot more of this.
It's crime and lies, it ain't no thing. Kenny lies, it's crime and lies, it's crime and lies, Kenny lies, crime and lies.
Not only does Kenny lie, he's also got a really annoying voice as well. So I keep saying that.
Really nasal.
I heard him talking again today. I'm like, oh God. So,
okay, guys. What with the quarterly report coming up? What are your guesses on how many shares have been DRS'd in GME?
Oh, good one. Good one.
Predictions. I want them. I'm going to write them down.
Good one. Hang on. I'm just gonna flash something on the screen. Isn't my willy for a change?
Seen that way too many times.
You have. This came through today.
Oh, your computer share. Oh, little computer share.
This came through today. So just to say that you K-apes, you can DRS your shares. There is a way of doing it, and you can do it even from the UK. So yeah, so they're a selection of GME stock that I sent to IBKR, which then got DRS'd. So yeah, there you go.
That's awesome the way I do it. Yeah.
If I had to take a guess at the amount of DRS on GME since the last time, I would say it's probably somewhere in the 135, 140 million shares DRS'd.
Oh, hang on a second. So we got
we got to weigh that as a percentage.
to
That's
times
about,
it by 4, isn't we? And then
well, I think
from
it's
there.
no, it's about
Three.
52, 53%.
it was over 50% last time where I saw it. So yeah, probably about right, I think.
Yeah, it was like 50.6%, I think, last time I saw it. So
Yeah, I think that's what I saw it
Yeah.
at as well. Yeah, 50%.
Go on, Carl. I want a prediction. More specific number.
I don't know, because
I don't know. Could it?
So first of all, it's a lot easier to DRS your shares in the US, right? It's a lot easier to DRS your shares in the US. So because of the split, the dividend split, I'm wondering whether more people have decided to go, right, well, I've been given times 3 the stock I had before. I'll put a big chunk of that into DRS because I can. I don't know whether that's just bumped up the numbers quickly over the next few weeks. So I'm going to say 55.
55, okay. I agree with both of you. That's my guess.
You can't do that. Chicken shit. You can't do
Okay.
that.
Well, you got 52 to 53. Cole's got 55. I'll go in the middle for 54. How's that?
Oh, what?
That's just a pussy move.
It is. It's a major pussy move.
Okay, motherfucker. We're off for 72%. How's that? Pushing me over the edge.
Bullish. That's what we want. Bullish.
Pushing my buttons, man.
Twisting my
McFly,
melons.
nobody calls me pussy.
It's chicken, but okay.
Well, of course not. You're in the UK. It's all about the buggery.
Yeah,
Buggery.
exactly. We turn it around. We flip it around over here, man. It's all good.
So I think we've done.
Holes a goal.
I think we could talk about AMC and GME stock manipulation as we do every week to death. But what's happened from the dividend to death, because it has been blatant. It's been strange. The fact that DTCC are potentially an accomplice to this is just mind-boggling. And the SEC is still stood there with their thumbs at their ass, going, "Oh, nothing to see here. We're all good."
Another crazy plot twist in this saga that is
dumpster on fire in the background.
Yeah.
So yeah, not good. Right. We're getting towards the hour.
Fire, I think my neighbours are having a barbecue, and I think they've set something on fire because I can smell his burning, but not barbecue smell, like actual burning. So it's all good.
I know. Times are quite tough at the moment. Are they burning cats and dogs? Barbecuing.
Yeah, I wish they burn the sodding cats from around here. They keep shitting in my garden, the dirty little fuckers. I've got to check for cat poo every time I go out before the kids play on the lawn.
That's why you need to get a good dog.
I need to get a good crossbow.
Well, see, I got the opposite problem. I got rabbits that try and rape my garden.
At least you can eat, though. I suppose you can eat cats as well, you know.
Well, part of the reason why I keep the garden is just in case there is a scarcity of meat. I now have bait.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You know, this energy crisis, food's going up. Rabbit,
exactly. Rabbit tastes good. Rabbit's nice. Right, let's. Are you ready? We'll move into the final corner, to the final turn of the podcast this week, and we'll go to this.
It's time for 5 in 5. Yes, it's time for 5 in 5.
It's great, isn't it? It's great. Now, you've been on the podcast and you've contributed massively. You get the first choice of topics. We've got hello, good BBBY. Hello again. We've got Twitter Titter. We've got Take It Away Victor in California. We've got Metal Morgan off to jail, or Harvey Smelly Arm Pit. Where do you want to go?
I think we'll go with the Metal Morgan off to jail.
Ah, good one. Good one. Let me drag it up. So you probably already know the story. Do you know the story behind this?
You're talking about the trader who was doing the RAND trades?
Yes. Well, there's more than one. There's more than one involved. There was 6 involved, I think is right, and they were all charged with. So we had this in the podcast 7, 8 weeks ago, and we were a bit like, they're gonna get away with it. And then the following week it was like, oh no, they're not going to get away with it because they're actually bringing up criminal proceedings against them. They're actually using the RICO Act against them. And we were like, oh, right, this has got to be serious. And then last week, they haven't charged them yet, but they found them guilty. And let me dig up the article. A second.
Well, while you do that, I think an important part of this story is that Nomura, which is the bank that was essentially handling their trades for them, pushed through hundreds of millions of dollars worth of trades for these guys who are doing this currency FX. It should be noted that in 2019, Nomura, the bank, was also part of the $48 trillion that was bailed out by the Fed. In fact, they received the largest bailout from the Fed, and I think that was $3.7 trillion.
What's $3.7 trillion between friends? It's $3.7 trillion. It's a lot of money.
It's okay, Matt. I've had that exact same reaction. It's just put your head down and just shake your head.
Just shake your head. Exactly. It's like,
what more can we do? It's like, just shake away, baby. Shake away. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. We'll come back. We'll come back to Bare Bath in a second, Nini. But let's not put that on the screen anyway. Yeah. So this is a story. So I think there were 6 JP Morgan traders and managers that were charged. Now, when we originally had the story, it went into some length to talk about how the directors and managers were coaching these people to lie to the DOJ and the authorities, and telling them what to say. Now, those people were also indicted as well, and they were charged. Also not charged, but they were found guilty. First in the court of justice and some other bits as well. But the main guy, I can't remember the name of the guy. It's on the screen actually. Nowak was not some 2-bit basement hustler. He had 7 RICO charges. He was found guilty of 7 RICO charges, and from racketeering to various other ones, and they were pretty heavy criminal sentences that go with them, all the way through to down to people that had done or maybe broken 1 or 2 to one guy that sort of dodged all the bullets, but it will go back to court for another. They're going to take him back to court for another something that they didn't charge him for originally, basically.
Do you think these guys are in any way connected to the criminal gangs that are taking over all the banks in China, Henan province?
Did you hear about this? This was brilliant. This is such a good story.
Yeah. Okay, I should make a clarification. When we started talking about this, I was talking about Nomura and a hedge fund, and they were doing Rand FX. That was actually Glenpoint Capital, who was based out of the UK.
Oh, really?
I didn't know we were going to go into JP Morgan, and they're essentially rigging of the gold market for what, 7 years?
Yeah, 7 years. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But it also leads into the London Metal Exchange conversations as well, and what happened there. So they're all related to each other in some way. But yeah, this was the JP Morgan gold issue, and the fact that the people will go to prison over it, which sends a nice message to various people. If you're being naughty, you ain't going to get that slap on the wrist anymore. You're going to go to prison for it.
Well, if I had a nickel for every time someone talked about the London Metals Exchange, I would probably have more than the London Metals Exchange.
Yeah, mate, leave nickel alone. We all know what happened with that. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's gone to court, hasn't it? That's gone to court.
Nickel debacle.
Yeah, it's gone to court. So I don't think they're going to get away with that. And you know, someone said to me the other day, well, they never recover reputationally. It's like, well, okay, so where are people going to buy metals from then? They'll still buy metal from the metal exchange. That's just the way it is. So yeah,
Metal
no one
Mickey,
loses.
the scrap dude down the road.
Yeah, Metal Morgan. That's why I call him Metal Morgan or Metal Mickey. Anyway, there you go. Right, that is that one done. Right, who wants to go for the next one? So I'm going to send this one to the chat. We've got hello, good BBBBY. Hello again. Twitter. Take it away, Victor in California, or Harvey's smelly armpit. I'll let the chat decide. I think we probably should go to Nini. Actually, Nini's story with BBY. Should we go there?
Yeah, go to BBB.
We're going there. Let's go there. There we go. Hello, good BBBY. Hello again. So bigger bit. This is the ongoing saga of Bed Bath and Beyond, and I'm going to put Nini's chat message back up. Fun fact: I work for Bed Bath and Beyond headquarters in Union, New Jersey. A lot of the layoffs happened this past Tuesday. I was spared. So first of all, that's shit. Second of all, congratulations on not losing your job, because that's obviously brilliant. But yeah, this was the whole thing, wasn't it? So again, if you've been living under a rock, Bed Bath & Beyond stock shot through the roof, off the back of lots of different things. Actually, this story leads on to another story I'll talk about in a second. So Bed Bath & Beyond shot through the roof. A lot of this was down to the fact that people were following Ryan Cohen and RC. What's it? RC
Ventures.
RC Ventures. Thank you. And their majority takeover of Bed Bath & Beyond, and his whole view was that we would put Bed Bath & Beyond back on the right path. A lot of people thought, well, Ryan's going long on this, right? He's going to stay in there. He didn't want the chairman's job because he can, and he's already got a great job with GME, and he's not going to, he's going to focus on that. And that was a telling thing that he said. I don't want a place on the board, but I will help you get out of where you are. And that was interesting because that's exactly what he did. So everyone was saying, oh, he's pumped and dumped Bed Bath & Beyond. But what he did do is he did it on purpose. He sold his share and his majority share, made a lot of money from it because the stock price went through the roof off rumor and various other things. And he sold at the high point. And then once he sold at the high point, there's a rule, Quincy, you might be able to explain this real better than I can, but there's a rule apparently in the US, but if you are a majority shareholder and you buy in and then sell out within 6 months, you have to give a proportion of the profits you've made from the company back to the originating company, which is Bed Bath & Beyond, which in turn has allowed them to reinvest that money. So he's given them money, he's left the company, and they have then reinvested this money into rejuvenating old debt so they can pay some of the higher old debt off, like AMC did a few weeks ago and GME did about 6 months ago, to allow them to sort of then refinance the business to then, in a way, like defib the business and restart the business again because they're in a hole. Exactly. Very, very similar to where GME and AMC were during COVID and into obviously early 21, where the tiny squeeze happened. So it's all very interesting. And, people were saying, oh, Ryan Cohen is a sellout. He's done this, he's done that. And actually what he has done, he's actually pumped money back into BBBY in a legitimate way, knowing full well what he was buying into at the beginning of when he bought in, to basically, like I said, kickstart the Bed Bath & Beyond again. So
he's given them a lifeline and a rescue plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Because they were able to secure $500 million in new funding. Yeah, I know that look too. But they were able to secure $500 million in new funding because they were able to pay down existing debts based off of that funding that came in from Cohen, whether it be from his initial investment or from his actual sale of stock and having to apply the 6-month rule in terms of his profits from it. Again, people are quick to judge.
Yes, exactly.
What happens in the market, especially from the perspective of the retail investor, because they only see a glimmer of one side of the story or of the inner workings.
Yep.
And trust is a very huge issue among retail investors, especially going back to 2008 and the dot-com bubble, where people were very, very seriously hurt by those. So they aren't. It's very hard for people to trust. even if it's Ryan Cohen, because they only see that small portion of it.
Yeah. And you can understand why the trust is so hard to come by, but yeah, totally agree with you. Like you said it before a little bit earlier, everyone is wants that
instant gratification
straight away. Yeah. It's like, what's he doing? Oh my god!
But he was slated, and the apes that lots of apes I follow were like, what's he doing? He's I've lost lots of money, or I've done this or done that, and then the mainstream media then jumped up and said like Ryan Cohen's done this, and he's sold out the apes, and he's done that, and he's done this, and it's like, no, that's not the case. And then, like you said, the next day, what had happened came out, and everyone went, oh shit, he's actually, he's basically restarted Bed Bath & Beyond, so they're in a much better place. And I saw this from Unusual Wales. BBY is close to securing nearly 400 million financing from Sixth Street Partners. So, pay off this longer debt, pay off this crippling debt. These desperate loans you take when you're in desperate positions, and you take them just to keep the company going, and give people like Nini jobs so they can keep going, knowing full well that there might not be another way out of this.
Yeah.
And then Brian Cohen's come along and done what he's done, and Nina's put on the screen here, this was my 4th round of layoffs in the last 2 years, 2 pre-pandemic, 2 post. I'm closing 150 stores. But I bet, Nina, this is probably going to be, there might be a few more bits of reorg, but that'll be it now. I don't think many more. And by the way, I've been in a position. I used to work for an IT company, a big IT company that went bust, Nortel Networks. I went through 7 rounds of redundancy, and it was the horriblest thing I've had to go through. It got to the point after the second of...
It's not top trumps.
I know it's not top trumps.
I was like, ooh, 7 rounds.
But Nortel, as everybody knows, went under and was part of the whole crash in 2008. So 2002. Sorry, the .com crash. And that was from AMC cheerleader Ape as well.
Yeah.
So so Bed Bath & Beyond is hopefully this is the end of the negativity around Bed Bath & Beyond, and hopefully everything will go up. And they shot up 25% yesterday, day before. Thursday. It went up 25%. I think it was off the back of the securing the funding. So they've secured the funding to move forward, and the price shot through the roof. So the other bits of Bed Bath & Beyond was this little gem. And I saw this from the Spiral of Wall Street at This Is Sold 116. So apparently, Ken Griffin went long on Bed Bath & Beyond. He went long on it, which was the other bit to this. And Ryan Cohen sells his position on the 16th and 17th. Price dumps hours on the 18th. Ken Griffin sits still, takes out a £600 million loan with 3% worse interest rates. So they lost 50 million. He lost $50 million off the back of Ryan pulling out of Bed Bath & Beyond. So not only did he save Bed Bath & Beyond and give them enough money to get refunding, but it allegedly cost Ken Griffin $50 million as well.
So Ryan screwed Ken over by pulling out. There's a headline for you.
Well, it's the first time someone was. I'm not going to go there. I was going to make a pulling out joke.
Do it. I need this.
No.
I need a hero. Come on, tell it.
I go there all the time.
Maybe if I come back next week, I'll make the joke.
Oh. Yeah, you can.
I want to stay for the 5 for 5. Unfortunately, it is getting around to the point in the day where I have people screaming at me that dinner hasn't been started, and as I do all the cooking, so I'm gonna actually have to jump out of this.
No worries. But before you go, tell us a joke. It don't have to be that joke. Any joke. What's your favorite joke?
What's my favorite joke?
Yeah, tell us a joke.
I don't know any damn jokes.
Nobody knows a joke.
I am a very unhumorous person.
Oh, I don't believe for a second. I've seen your tweets on Twitter. Your tweets are funny. They make me laugh. So carry on. Right. On that note, thank you very, very much for joining us, because we do love the appreciation. We also love your superior knowledge on these subjects, because Sam and I, first of all, we are literally crane eating retards, and we just follow we just follow these YouTube crazy people.
Yeah,
and no, we don't. And the second bit is that I am slightly out of the loop on all of this, because I've had 4 weeks away from it, really, and I've been sort of trying to catch up, and it's all been a bit weird. So I've not really had much to go on. So thanks very much for joining us, dude. Anytime, by the way.
It was a pleasure.
Anytime. Yeah. And we owe you. We need to come onto your podcast. So Quinta's got a podcast as well. Do you want to plug it quickly?
I don't. There was actually a bit of a creative difference with my partners on the podcast.
Oh.
So that's why I actually didn't hit you up to sort of do a joint sort of thing.
Oh.
So there was a bit of a creative difference, and I think it mostly falls on probably being my fault. So I'll take the hit on that.
Very magnanimous of you.
You know, this may have had to do with something along the line of 50 some odd ounces of Nelson's blood, but look, when I drink heavily.
You're my kind of dude.
Yeah, you are. You can be a regular on this show. It'll work really well. Cheers. By the way, we're on. We didn't actually talk about what we're on, but we're on whiskey. So
I'm 4 cans of Guinness and nearly half a bottle of whiskey in already, so I'm doing all right.
We're about 6 beers in as well as this whiskey. So yeah, cool.
I will tune in next week to see what you guys have to say, because it was truly a pleasure.
Thank you. No, it was great having you on. Come on anytime you want. Thank you very much.
Stop talking to us and go and get tea started. Come on.
Yeah. Don't
hungry over there, man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Cheers.
Take care. Be good.
So actually, this whole BBBY thing actually leads on nicely to onto this one, which is 5v5 Harvey's smelly armpit. So who's Harvey Pitt, dude? Do you know who Harvey Pitt is?
Brad's younger brother.
Fortunately not. And if it is,
he's
definitely more ugly than Brad is. So
wow, yeah, definitely he looks more like a Cole Pitt than a Brad Pitt.
He's definitely a smelly armpit. So it's on the screen what he did. So Harvey Pitt was the previous SEC chairman. He probably did fuck all as well. And probably created all this mess we're in right now. So former SEC chairman Harvey Pitt stated that Ryan Cohen, meme companies, and it says retail investors, it means meme stock retail investors, should be investigated for manipulation by the SEC. Sounds like a hedge fund crony. So I replied to this. This is from PK Lance at PK Player One. I responded to this and said, tell me that you've not got any skeletons in the cupboard here, Harvey, without telling me you haven't got any skeletons in the cupboard, because most of this mess is probably his fucking mess. So he's just
like a serial killer straight away.
Look at he is Harold Shipman, isn't he? All over that fella.
Oh my god, he does look a bit like Harold.
Shipman. That's the first thing I saw, and I thought when I saw him, it was like Harold Shipman, motherfucker. Anyway, sorry, Harold Shipman.
I met Harold Shipman a couple of times.
Did you?
Yeah, obviously.
Of course you did.
Job, yeah,
of course you did.
Yeah. He would come to our place every now and again for his job. No way.
His job of killing people.
Oh yeah.
Not even allegedly. He went to prison for it. Anyway, if you don't know who Harold Shipman is, Google Harold Shipman. He is the biggest mass murderer in the world. Yeah. You probably don't even know who he is, but anyway, there you go. He was my Grannis doctor. Right. So this is Harvey Pitt. Nothing to do with Harold Shipman. I'm pretty sure
Brad Pitt.
Or Brad Pitt, yeah. I'm pretty sure he's not killed anyone. Maybe he has. Maybe he has. Anyway, so that was from PK Lance. So he went on TV. He was on Squawk Box as well. And we'll come on to Squawk Box in a second.
Sorry, Harvey, we've got to stop this. Someone's brought donuts.
No, weirdly, he was talking about naked shorting and everything else, and they didn't, they didn't fall over themselves to stop talking about naked shorting. They're like, no.
Does he not feel that
this guy's on our side? It's
fine. The media, the SEC, the stock market, anytime anything good happens or truthful happens with Jamie AMC, it's either halted, like the price is halted, or the interview's halted, or it's just all halted. It's like, Come on,
Did-
let it
did-
run. There, the river runs. It's Carly Simon, ain't it?
It's kind of Sam. Did you mention the stat earlier about the halts?
Yeah, I don't know how true it is, but I read somewhere that apparently GME is the most halted stock in history. I don't know if that's true or not. I read it. It's Twitter. Everything's true on Twitter. You know that, guy.
Some guy on the internet, right? Just trust me, bro.
Everything is true on Twitter.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. Yeah. Anyway, so Harvey Pitt basically went on. He was on Squawk Box the day before he said this, and he's like, they said, right. So what do you think about Ryan Cohen doing what he's doing with BBBY? It looks like he's pumped and dumped, and he's taking everyone with him. And he's like, yeah, it looks suspicious. Yeah, I think he should be looked at. I think there's definitely some suspicion here of foul play. Blah blah blah. And then the next day, he comes out with this little gem. Oh yeah, I think everyone who's basically touches the meme stock thing should be investigated by the SEC. It's like
everybody who legally buys a stock and holds it, which is their complete and utter entitlement and right to do so, should be investigated for playing by the rules.
And not the people that send things into dark pools and then manipulate them with PFOF, that then send things into naked shorting, into ladder attacks, into all of these other things that are now very, very clear to see off the back of Ape
and real and truthfully, and and been charged for these things and fined for these things. So it's not conspiracy theories.
Exactly, and this is not a conspiracy theory anymore. AMC and GME are overshorted by a considerable amount of stock. We all know it. It has been proven now, and we have seen the issues, and we talked about them earlier in this podcast about the way Ape is and the fact that people still haven't received their Ape. And these are people generally outside of the US. Weird that, isn't it, where mainstream media in the US, we'll talk about that because they don't give a shit about anything outside the US. But in Europe, there are a lot of people, especially in Holland, in Germany, Denmark, and that sort of middle central Europe piece, are still missing majority of their stocks, and some Southeast Asia apes as well. So, go figure, Harvey. Go and stick it right up your arse.
It's classic misdirection in it at the end of the day. Look at these people who are doing nothing wrong.
Well,
but
they look stupid.
This is a narrative we're going to play on it.
Well, they look stupid.
Look at these people buying a loaf of bread, but don't look at these people stealing Rolls Royce. Yeah. It's like, come on, dude.
Look at this whiskey bottle, but I'm honestly, I'm not stealing your phone as I'm doing it. It's fine. Yeah, look at the whiskey bottle. Yeah, so
Chewbacca was a Wookiee.
Wookiee theory, not again. We talk too much about Wookiee theory on this podcast. Right, what we got left?
Different. I don't know. We're well into this. We're into an hour and 20 minutes now.
Yeah, we're good though. We got 2 more to go. We got Titter Twitter and Take It Away Victor in California.
Let's stay Victor last. Let's go Titter Twitter.
Titter Twitter. This one's a really easy one. So I think everyone knows what's happening with Twitter. So Twitter took Elon Musk to court because he wanted to pull out of the deal. Elon basically...
Everybody's pulling out. Everybody's pulling out tonight. What is going on? Is nobody going to be in there till the vinegar stroke?
No one. No one's going to send the salami. No one's going to... I can come up with a gazillion of these. No one's going to... No, I'm not doing it. I'm not brave enough. I'm not brave enough. It's the first one back in 4 weeks. I can't be vulgar.
Be vulgar, Cole. Be vulgar.
I'm not being.
Oh no, sorry, that's not.
That's Vulcan. Yeah, Vulcan, not vulgar. Yeah, you got it wrong. Yeah. Twitter titter. So Twitter got really upset with Elon Musk. They said, no, you've got to go through with this purchase. I think what was the buy price? $47, $47.28 or something dollars, or whatever it was. Eterana said, no, you've got to do this now. And Eterana said, no, because I think you've misrepresented the value of the organization. And they said, why? And they went, because you're misrepresenting your level of bots.
Because bots, yeah.
Yeah, so they've been telling the market and the SEC that about 5% of their users were bots, and they were dealing with it, and they had a plan to deal with it and everything else. And it turns out they don't have a plan, and it turns out it's a lot more than 5%. And I can tell you straight away, it's a lot more than 5%, because I think half of them have befriended me this week. I don't know about anyone else.
Just ask Corey. Corey AMC one. Or, what's his new name?
Sorry.
Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, just ask him because he knows all the bots by name. He's got them all.
It's got them all written down somewhere.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm done.
What? Yeah,
I'm out. That's the Glen Farax 21 done. It's done. It's official.
Farax.
It's done. 21-year-old man. It's a good one. That one.
The Glenn McFarlane.
It's done. Glenn McFarlane's. It's done. Yeah. So Elon went, well, no, because of this and that. No, Elon wins. So he turned around and said, no, I don't. I'm not going to buy your company for that price because it's ridiculous and it's overpriced because, and he won. Whether he's going to come back in and he's actually going to buy Twitter at a lower price and renegotiate with them, I don't know. But anyway, this has kicked off a whole hornet's nest of other stuff around Twitter. The reason why I talk about Twitter is because Twitter is the home of the apes, basically, isn't it? That and obviously Reddit with Wall Street Bets and everything else. But the majority of everything is done on Twitter. And they were saying that...
Don't forget Gangnam Style. YouTube Gangnam Style if it all goes down.
YouTube Gangnam Style. Yeah, that's right.
They're all gonna meet.
Yeah, it all goes to Gangnam Style on YouTube after this. I can't mention YouTube because YouTube's a sellout. That's right, I forgot. Anyway, long story short, Elon pulled out. Twitter got upset. They tried to sue him. Elon pulled out again. Everyone's pulling out everywhere.
Elon pulled out because of bots.
It's like a big old bukkake party everywhere.
Well, at least nobody got pregnant.
Everyone's covered in stuff.
Out today.
Everyone's covered in stuff. No one got pregnant. Yeah.
Like someone kicked over a bucket of wallpaper.
But it escalated. This escalated like a Plastered Radio. This escalated.
Absolutely, it was shining. Like, oh.
Elon, laminate my stock. Yeah.
Going along.
Coming along. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah. This look, this got out of control, just like this podcast has. It got out of control, and all the disgruntled employees at Twitter have now come out and on the record and said this is happening, that's happening, and so Elon Musk has subpoenaed them all to appear in court to apply more pressure on Twitter. And basically, what he's doing is he's trying to get them to the point where they submit price. The price for Twitter gets down to $20, and come back and say, "I'll buy you for $20." There you go. How do you like those lemons? Yeah. And then that time he doesn't pull out. There you go. That's Twitter. And the last one is Take It Away, Victor, in California. Everyone knows what this is, but I'm going to play it anyway because it is still brilliant. Let me just bring it up on screen.
I think everybody should do this to Jimmy Shill.
It does involve Jimmy because we know how much everyone loves Jimmy. So let me just share my screen and hey up.
We've got to eat proper Yorkshire eat now, lad, isn't it? Hey up. Shout for Jimmy Shill. Come on, lad.
Here he is. Here's Jimmy. Eyes down looking.
Go into the final third of the year. Can we start with Victor in California? Victor.
Jimmy Chill, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. I want to thank you for being the champion of retail investors, my friend.
That's what I want to be. Thank you.
Absolutely. And because of you, I've decided to buy more GameStop and Bed Bath & Beyond. Shorts never closed. Boom.
What he actually said at the end of that, he went, no.
Have you ever watched Homes Under the Hammers and thought,
no, I haven't. Go away.
Oh, is that Homes Under the Hammer?
I don't know, but this is not a flattering pose.
It's that big. She's obviously never met me.
They pulled out. Someone pulled out.
Who were that close to impregnating me?
I don't think so. She's not lucky. I don't think. Oh, that was mean.
That was
mean. I'm sorry. She's probably very lovely. Very, very lovely woman.
What's her name? We've got to tag her into the podcast now.
I would love to have a go at doing that.
Fucking hell. on then, love. Oh.
Fucking hell. Breathe. Breathe.
What?
Oh, dear. Oh, man.
Oh, you would though, Carl. You'd love to have a go at doing that.
Spicy little minx. Oh, man.
I don't want to know what she's going to say next.
Oh, my God, that's brilliant. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of 5 in 5.
It's time for 5 in 5. Yes, it's time for 5 in 5.
That might be funny, but her face says it all. I'd love to give that a go. And that is it.
You have to tag her in now, whatever her name is.
I'll find out who she is.
That was perfect timing.
Dear, that's brilliant. Dear. Right, that's it. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. Big thank you for Quinton for joining us. It was brilliant. Great having him on. And he's obviously following us much closer than we are because again we're just retards and we just we just do his podcast because we like doing his podcast. But thank you very much to everyone for joining. Thanks very much for joining in. Thank you to the chat for joining in. Nini, thank you very much for joining in. Thank you for sharing your personal play on that. You didn't have to, but you did. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it. It just adds a bit of realism to this whole thing. So
you'll be there forever. I think
you will. I think you're out the worst bit now. I think you've got through this bit, and it's all good. And enjoy the rest of your weekend too.
It's Saturday, isn't it?
It is Saturday. Yeah.
I've got Thursday. More decorating to do tomorrow. Unfortunately, just finishing off.
Are you still decorating?
Doing it, yeah.
Never
it's
ended.
been like a full refurb. It's been
all that plasterer's wallpaper paste you've got going on everywhere.
Yeah, I've been
all over the walls.
I've been pulling out left, right, and centre.
Right, that is it. I'm done. Are you done?
Yeah, totally. I am spent. Got nothing. If I had anything left to give, it would be like a asthmatic hamster coughing up dust.
Brilliant. Yeah. Right then. That is it. Thank you very much. I was going to say normal service resumes next Thursday, but I don't think it will. I think it might be Saturday again.
I can't do Saturday with the caravan.
Oh, you lunatic. Well, I'll have to do Thursday then.
Okay.
We'll do Thursday, and then the following week we're going to do a guest special. So if you want to come on, you got a burning desire to spend a whole podcast on here. It's loosely stonk related generally. It's normally about taking the piss out of each other and telling stories of when we were younger and stupid.
Are we doing this guest special on a Saturday? So people can drink and don't have to go back to work?
Yes. It'll be a Saturday. So it won't be next Saturday. It'll be probably the Saturday after. We've already got a couple of people lined up for it. We've already got a couple of people lined up for it. I want to try and get a few other people on as well.
Yeah, if you want to come on, drop us a line, let us know.
Indeed. I really want to get Lightning on. He did a really funny Instagram post the other day. It made me laugh so much. So I really love to get Lightning on. So I'm going to tag him in again. And yeah, and we're going to get very drunk again. Right, that was it. We're done. I will bid you adieu. Say goodbye, my friend.
Laters.
I thought you were going to say goodbye, my friend.
No, I always say laters. That's my kind of tagline.
Laters. Au revoir. Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Tschüss. Arrivederci. Give me another one.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.